Welcome back. We're back in Melbourne, Australia. Today we're flying as QJet 1809 to Adelaide and South Australia, the state of South Australia. And we do have VATSIM coverage right now, at least around Melbourne. And yeah, this is the Fenix A320, and we'll be carrying 140 passengers, cruising at an altitude of 32,000 feet. And basically it's a simple straight route. SimBrief did not give me any stars or SIDS. I don't know why. It's my first time flying from Melbourne to Adelaide, so let's see how it goes. Right, so into the sim, into the cockpit. If my stream isn't clear, or if you see if it's choppy or pixelated, so I apologize for that, because I have internet issues in my country, and there's nothing I can do about that. So that's why I was also holding back from streaming for a long time. But let's try this. Let's hope all goes well. So here we are, gate number Bravo 24. We have some traffic. There's a queue. That's a Jetstar. Right. First things first, we must start the batteries if the voltage is correct. The voltage is correct, above 25 volts. 1, 2, and external power. And let it turn on. Let's do the self-test. Would take around a maximum of 40 seconds.
Melbourne traffic, final call for Fiji 934. We are on climb to flight level 390 inbound Dosal, Melbourne.
So he's on Unicom. I don't know why he isn't connected to the approach or tower. We do have yeah, there's only tower. Okay, so the Melbourne center has gone offline, so we might also not get any ATC over here at the airport. Right, waiting for the triple chime. There we go. First things first, let's go here. No, Control 6, and just press the recall button. 3 seconds. Normal. Right. On the overhead, it's been a long time since I flew this aircraft, so any aircraft in a full flight actually. So here we go. Crew supply, ground control, and IRS adheres to nav 1. Takes a long time for the on-bat light to approach. In the X-plane sim, when I used to fly Tolis A319, it was written in the manual that you have to wait for the on-bat light before you turn on the next IRS. That's just to test whether the IRSs will run on battery power in case of generator failure. So here we go, IRS is aligned. I'll turn on the APU since it's 28 degrees and the aircraft has been standing. 1, 2, 3. There we go. In the heat, in the sun. It's not that sunny actually. It is. It is. So let the APU start. Let's go outside and see the APU start. APU is available, and we'll start the chrono, count till 3 minutes, and then turn on the APU bleed for the air conditioning. And let's listen to the ATIS. I've already copied the ATIS, but just for immersion purposes, 118.0. There we go. 118.0. My mouse wheel is broken, so I'll use the click spots. 0.0.
040 degrees, 13 knots. Cav OK. Temperature 28. QNH 1015. On first contact with Melbourne ground or approach, notify receipt of information Yankee. Time check 0140. Melbourne terminal information Yankee. Expect GLS or RNP approach. Runway 34. Wind 040 degrees, 13 knots. Cav OK. Temperature 28. QNH 1015. On first contact with Melbourne
That's fine. And right. Melbourne ground, this is fine. Let's contact Melbourne ground. Melbourne ground, good day. This is QJet 1809 at stand at gate Bravo 24. We are requesting IFR clearance to Adelaide.
QJet 1809 Melbourne ground, cleared to Adelaide via Pedney flight planned route. Pedney 1 departure, climb by SID to 5,000 feet. Squawk 4250. Departure frequency advisory 122.8.
Clear to Adelaide via Pedney 1 departure. Initial climb altitude is 5,000 feet. Squawk 5250, and departure frequency is monitoring Unicom 122.8. QJet 1809.
QJet 1809, squawk 4250.
Sorry, squawk 4250, QJet 1809.
QJet 1809.
Let's set the squawk code so we don't get that wrong.
Jetstar 171, when ready, contact tower 120.5 today. Tower 120.5 today, Jetstar 171.
4050. Initial climb altitude.
Ground, good day, Cafe 445, request clearance to Sydney.
Cathay 445, Melbourne ground, cleared to Sydney by Docel flight planned route. Docel 2 departure, climb by SID to 5,000 feet. Squawk 4306. Departure frequency advisory 122.8.
Clear to Sydney via Docel flight plan route, runway 34, Docel 2 departure, climb to SID 5,000, squawk 4306, and departures 22A, Cafe 445.
Cathay 445.
I can't import the Simri flight plan. Wow. No, that's something. Guys, let me see this.
Melbourne ground, Jetstar 934, stand Foxtrot 1 tree, request push start.
Sim settings. My Simbrief username. I'll have to get that.
Jetstar 924, squawk my Charlie.
Squawk my Charlie.
So Simbrief
Jetstar 924, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, Jetstar 924.
username. I'll just turn on window capture for a moment. Here we are, while I enter my SimBrief username. We enter. Right. Home. We got it. We got the SimBrief flight plan. That's it. So let's hide that. And into the sim. We've got 52 minutes to departure and load aircraft. Okay.
Refueling truck is on its way.
And why is it gone off?
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Right. Something wrong with the internet? Something else? Is it charging? It's charging. I don't know what's wrong. How's the stream? Shows excellent over here, but I don't know. Right, so we've imported
Ground Cafe 445, request push.
Cathay 445, pushback approved, tail east.
Pushback approved, tail east, Cafe 445.
Melbourne ground, Jetstar 924, request taxi.
Jetstar 924, information Yankee, taxi via Golf Alpha to holding point Juliet, runway 34.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Taxi via Golf Alpha, holding point Juliet, runway 24, Jetstar 924.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
A warm welcome aboard. Great to have you with us.
Let's turn that off for copyright reasons. Normally these cabin announcements are, yeah, they're usually not copyright proof, so right. Okay, next Electrical panel, recall button done. Oxygen, and that's it. Aircraft documents. Strobe auto. Strobe goes to auto. Beacon lights off. Seatbelt signs on. Smoking auto. Seatbelt signs on. Now let me see if I can do the electrical test, the battery test. Off and then on. Go here at the electrical page. There's my electrical page. And they should be charging below 60 amps and decreasing after 10 seconds. This one is, this one isn't. How come? Should be charging below 60 amperes and decreasing. Surprising. Alright, next.
All stations, information November is now current. Changes wind 040 degrees, 12 knots. Changes Melbourne terminal information November.
Alright. Thank you. Oxygen test, CVR test. Let's do the CVR test. Speakers off. Speakers off. Go down here. I'm a bit rusty about the CVR test. I have a full video on it, on the full CVR test, but I think we're supposed to do this. I don't know which one we're supposed to select here. I don't remember. I've done a video on it, but I don't remember my own tutorial. So, right. Let me turn the volume, cockpit volume.
Melbourne ground, Jetstar 924, do you want us to tower?
Jetstar 924 domestic aircraft can change frequency to tower autonomously. Contact tower 120.5, good day.
Tower 120.5, good day.
So here's our OFP operational flight plan. 32,000 feet is our cruise altitude, cost index 8, flight is QJet 1809. So let's enter that, and our FinRes plus alternate is 4.0. So let's enter that into the box. A320 8. Is it 8? 8. QJE 1809. Let me see the flight temperature on the OFP. The cruise altitude temperature, not the ground temperature. -39. That's accurate. But outside air temperature 28. So we'll put that here. Init A done. Now the flight plan. That's the Melbourne VOR, Pedney, Borto, and then on to MAV to Drina, on to Adelaide VOR. I'm guessing that. I haven't flown there before, sorry. So altitude 390. What did I put in the init A page? 320. Flight plan 390 feet, must be 390 feet, not 390. Departure runway 34, Pedney 1, insert that, and then we have Adelaide. We'll do that later. It's a 1 hour 40-minute flight. Flight plan A, secondary flight plan, copy active, leave it at that. RadNav, tuned into Melbourne VOR. Perf, I haven't done it yet, so we'll be doing that soon. Progress, cruise altitude is correct, flight number is correct, and I don't need to do the S for the diff RIPS because I don't need to store any pilot waypoints or pilot routes. And let's go here to the AOC menu, ATSU AOC menu, and just for initiating the flight, although I think that's mostly used for ACARs and other stuff. I'm not sure about this. Still have a lot to learn. About this. Receive messages. Load sheet. That's the preliminary load sheet. So accept that. Zero fuel weight is 57.5. 57.5, right? 57.5. Fuel on board must be packs 140. Fuel on board. Portable water. Fuel in tanks 8.1. Let's go outside. So, I forgot the init B page. I was supposed to do the init B page after the radnav page. So let's go to the init B page. Here. Yeah, I'll get the CG once the loading is done, the actual CG. Block fuel 8.1. Right. How much more loading is to be done? In the meanwhile, I'll loading done, boarding completed. Good. Dismiss that. Go to the charts or the route map. This will take a long time to load. I'll just go to perf. Okay. Now, passengers loaded, and we have the
Melbourne Ground for D227 to Adelaide requesting clearance.
Velocity 227, Melbourne ground, cleared to Adelaide by Pedney, flight planned route. Pedney 1 departure, climb by SID to 5,000 feet. Squawk 4215, departure frequency advisory 122.8.
Adelaide cleared to Adelaide by Pedney, flight planned route. My tree for Pedney 1 departure. Climb by SID 5,000. Squawk 4215 and departure advisory, and we're Bay Fox 13 velocity 227.
Velocity 227.
That's done. Let it predict the whole thingy. Okay. Right. I haven't done the wind. The wind forecast. Forgot. How do you do that? Here. Request winds. Wind forecast loading. Clear that. Return. Fine. Let's do the departure briefing and then we'll ask for pushback clearance. So departure briefing should be like, let me bring up the departure routes available. Pedney 1 on my chart, Pedney 1. Add that to the route. Right, Pedney 1. Let me bring this up on the screen. Three, four, okay, right. Here we go. So we are here. They're going to be taxiing down to runway 34, taking off towards the northwest to Avmel, then turn left to track 275 to Pedney, and that's the simple SID. We'll be going this way, northwest or westerly, northwest towards Adelaide. Right, and speed max 250 knots below 10,000 feet. And within 10 nautical miles, fine. Right. So that's our departure briefing, and right now we'll push back according to the instructions. We're at Terminal 1. Bravo 24. Most probably we'll take this Quebec. This is Quebec. Then there's Tango all the way here. We'll either take Alpha or we'll take Victor to either Juliet or holding point Kilo. If I look at the airport chart, there's Kilo and there's Juliet. So let's see. Back to the chart, zoom out a bit, just enough for me to see the taxiways. Right. Now I've prepared the box or the FMGC, done the I forgot the fire test, the most important tests. Let's do that now. Engine fire test. And engine 2. That's also done. And now we can let go of the ground power. We don't need it anymore. So before start checklist, cockpit preparation completed. I guess so. We need to turn on the fuel pumps. We need to get rid of the external ground power, but once I do the beacon light on, it will do everything itself. That's how the Fenix is. I mean, it's a convenient way of doing things in the Fenix. So beacon light on. Prepare for push. No. Did I forget something? I always forget something. Gear pins, signs on and auto. PDs, nav, fuel quantity 8.1, and now it's 8.0. Takeoff data set, no. That's what I forgot. I knew I forgot something. So, just a minute. Runway 34 link sync load sheet optimum forced organo axon sync live weather 145 145 146. Send that to the MCDU. Let me write that down on a paper also, although 145 145 and 146. Flex is 69. Flex is 69. Engine out, engine acceleration will be at 1830 feet and trim remains 0. Flaps 1 takeoff, which is normal. Right, so back to the so takeoff data, confirm that. Perf. Oh, did I lose everything? No, I didn't. Perf. Good. And we can keep this on the legs page. Flight plan. Right. Tower frequency is 120,500. Let's tune that. 120,500. We'll need that once we reach the runway. Ground, QJet 1809 requesting pushback.
QJet 1809, Squawk Charlie.
Hold on. Let's do that. Squawk mode Charlie. Squawk mode Charlie. Squawk mode Charlie. Ground QJet 1809 squawking mode Charlie. He can't see me on his scope. Anything wrong? Come on, come on.
QJet 1809er, you don't appear to be squawking full mode Charlie. If you're unable to do in the aircraft, oh, there you go, fix it. QJet 1809er, pushback approved.
We'll be facing nose left, right?
AFM.
Right, so let's do that. So prepare for pushback, pushback, continue pushback. Departure clearance.
QJet 1809er, pushback approved.
Roger that. Pushing back, nose left. QZ 1809.
Ground velocity 227 Bay, Fox 13.
Release parking brakes, please.
Velocity 227, pushback approved.
Approved, velocity 227.
I'll do that in a minute. Just give me ignition on. Mode selected, ignition on. So before start, checklist, windows and doors closed. We have the door page here. No, yeah, so it must be closed because, and beacon on, thrust levers idle, parking brake released. Not released. Releasing now.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start the timer. Gate to gate. And we can do
All stations information, Oscar is now current. Changes wind 040 degrees, 11 knots, QNH 1014. Changes Melbourne terminal information, Oscar.
right. It's is it? It's taking a long time. These V25 engines take a longer time. My voice isn't audible. I've set the volume to
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
starting. Set it to 400. And now my voice should be, yeah, it's clear now, it's clear. Voice is clear. Okay. Engine number
Ground velocity
One.
222 is ready for taxi, we can take Juliet.
Velocity 227, taxi line Golf Alpha to Honda Point Juliet, runway 34.
Alpha Alpha, Honda Point Juliet, runway 34, velocity 222.
We have 140 passengers, so we'll turn on the air conditioning a bit higher. Like more, yeah, normal. low is for less than 130 passengers. And QNH 1014, 1014, and 1014. There we go. Engines have started. EGT rising. Available. Right. Windows doors, fine. Engine switches done. Engine mode selected to normal. Not crank.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Engine mode selected to normal. APU bleed can go off. And APU master can go off. Engine anti-ice as required. Wing anti-ice as required. Ground spoilers armed. Let's arm the ground spoilers. Flaps to take off.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Pitch trim must be 0. That's done. Right. Have a good trip. Thank you. And now for the flight control check.
Embraer A320 approaching Juliet. We're ready.
Velocity 227, contact tower 120.5, go.
0.5, velocity 227, Harry.
Okay, good afternoon, Los 38, Quebec, come on. Velocity 838, Melbourne ground, taxi via Victor Uniform to Bay Echo 1. Okay, Uniform to Bay Echo 1, Los 38, Quebec.
Flight control checked. Rudder trim should be 0. Right, weather radar as required before taxi and during taxi. Right, predictive wind shear and your auto brake max. Right, auto brake max.
All stations, ground is offline, contact tower 120.5, go.
Thank you for your service. Good day. Contact tower. Melbourne Tower, good day. QJet 1809 requesting taxi to runway 34.
QJet 1809 Melbourne Tower, good day. Taxi via Tango Alpha, holding point Juliet, runway 34.
Tango Alpha, holding point Juliet, runway 34. QJet 1809. Let's do it. It's going to be taxi. Taxi lights on.
Cabin crew, please be seated to take off.
They're not taking you off. Oh, come on.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure to take off.
Fine, thank you. Reset. I must reset this. Parking brake off. Let me start moving on Alpha. First on Tango.
Velocity 327, no further ATC available, frequency change approved, go.
That's right today. That's good voluntary, velocity 227, Harry.
Okay. Tango coming on to... We're on Quebec. we'll be going on to Tango and then Alpha. It's a long taxiway. So, sorry, I was looking at the chart. I didn't realize I was off the taxiway. Right, first we have to go to Tango. Seven minutes since pushback. We're a bit late as usual. My flights are always late. Here we are. Coming on to turn left here. There's a Qantas, that's a Boeing. Qantas uses Boeing. National Jet Express, which is QJet, the call sign QJet, operates under QantasLink, operates A320s and Embraers, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So here we are. Clouds again, we have cloud cover again. We are on Tango.
So the target agent just 516 information off go request to Sydney.
Just 516, Melbourne target A, cleared to Sydney via Dosal, flight plan route, runway 34, Dosal 2 departure. Climb velocity 5000, squawk 3273, departure frequency 122, days flight.
This is Melbourne via Dosal, same route, runway 34, Dosal 2 departure, climb velocity 5000, squawk 3273, departures on Unicom 122.8, just 516.
Just 516.
Right, terrain on ND on. Predictive wind shear, weather radar, system 1. Oops, going too fast. Turn coming up, slow down to 10 knots. Slowly, don't want to overheat the brakes. I guess this is Alpha. Right. And we're on Alpha. We have to go to Juliet, holding point Juliet. And it's a bit too fast. Let's slow down a bit. So taxiing, and while taxiing, flight control is done, weather radar is on. Predictive wind shear is done. Auto brake max. Come on, too fast. Less than 20 knots. Is that Juliet? Let me have a look. Just a minute. Where am I? Coming to Juliet, Yankee, and the next one, that's the next one. off the taxiway. I have to alt tab out to have a look at the charts. I have to alt tab. It's the next one. This is Juliet, I guess. So slow down to 10 knots. Slow down. And we'll do Tara.
Jet 1809, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Runway 34, clear to takeoff, QJet 1809. Is this the, no, that's not the runway. Come on. Brakes. Slow down. Land lights on. Strobe auto. Land lights on. Takeoff light on. And we are going to just go slow here. And align ourselves. Here we go. Not a good alignment. A bit askew. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, just 516, you're to push. Just 516 ground back online. You can contact 121 decimal.
Before takeoff checklist.
121.47, just 516.
Nose light takeoff. Right. Parking brake before takeoff checklist. Flight controls checked. Flight instruments checked. Briefing done. Flap setting config. Okay. ATC set. ECA memo no blue. Takeoff no blue. Alright. Chrono. Stick forward. 1500 feet. 105 E per. Come on. 1.4745 E per. And flex. Flex. Man flex. SRS. Slightly on off the center line. Coming back onto the center line. To crosswind. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And rotate. Sorry. Gear up. Level off. Not a good takeoff. Not a good takeoff. Wings were not level. And departure frequency is 122 decimal.
1809, no further ATC available. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Thank you for your service. Good day. There we go. Nice scenery. Advantages of using MSFS. Okay, climb detent. And we go to flaps 1 in a minute. Let it accelerate. And flaps 1. Flaps 1. 122. Decimal 8. This should have been done before. feet. We'll go to cruise altitude. 30,000 feet. Yes, I know. Managed mode.
Toilets are located to the front and rear of the cabin. In just a few moments, we will commence our in-flight service. Please ensure that your seat back is in the upright position. Thank you.
So I've got Nightbot on. If you want to have a look at the route or the aircraft or the simulator, you have commands like, I'll type in !help. That should do it. No, that's !commands. Oh, it was help. Okay. There we go. Coming up to 10,000 feet and set standard, 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 and standard. Landing lights can come off now. Seatbelt signs can go off. Spoilers can go disarmed. After takeoff checklist, landing gear up, flaps retracted, packs on. That's fine. Altimeter, barrow reference, set standard, and below the line, landing lights off. 10,000 feet, landing lights off, nose lights off. Terrain on ND off. Pack signs. Yeah, I've released the passengers. And let's just cruise. Go on to cruise altitude. Expand this. 60. No further ATC. And let's have a look at the SID. Flying the SID. Almost completed the SID. Over here. can just do this over here. Right. Coming up to waypoint Pedney. Let me remove this chart. Okay. And I need a 5-minute break or a 2-minute break, so I'll just leave you guys with the outside view, and I'll be right back. Turn it on to 500 and 400. Close. Yeah. I don't know what OBS does, but turns down my volume, microphone volume every time. So as I was saying, I'll leave it on the outside view for a few minutes. I have to go some real life calls. So here we go. Right, we're almost at the top of climb, and yeah, I wanted to take this moment to announce that I have reinstalled X-Plane 12. I had bought it initially when it came out, but then at the same time MSFS 2020 came out, so I switched to that, and I'm still flying that. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and yeah, it's reinstalled X-Plane 12. So if any of you would like to see any videos or live streams on X-Plane 12, let me know. Still have to get used to the controls again and have to set it up. Somehow it makes my processor, my CPU, run hotter X-Plane 12. I don't know why. Even if I load into a default scenery, default aircraft like the A330, my liquid cooler, the fans on the liquid cooler just ramp up like nobody's business. So yeah, but still, I think I could do some tweaking to lower the temperatures, lower the CPU load. And if any one of you would like to see that, let me know in the chat. X-Plane 12 videos. I have the Airbus A319. I do have the FlyJSim 727, but they haven't. I don't think they have upgraded to support X-Plane 12. I had it in X-Plane 11, and then now they're charging an extra $30 for the upgrade fees. So I don't know. And we do have the Zibo mod for X-Plane 12, and we have the Sparky 747 freeware. Both are freeware, Zibo and Sparky. Both are mods for the existing 737s and the 747 Jumbo. So let me know if anyone's interested in X-Plane. It's not as cinematic as Microsoft Flight Simulator, but its strongest point is realism and the blade element theory, for which it's so renowned. And people say it's smoother. I don't know how it will run on my system. I'm not sure, but at least internet connection won't be a big problem as far as the sim goes, because it doesn't rely on photogrammetry, doesn't rely on downloading stuff, even less than the MSFS 2020 version. The 2024 version relies more heavily on internet connection to download and stream content into the sim. But yeah. So here we are currently still in Victoria. I think we are still in the state of Victoria. It goes something like this. It's a big state, or maybe it's all the way till here. No, not till here. That's South Australia. That's Adelaide. So yeah. Let's just, I think I should start looking for, there's no ATC here. So we have runway 05, but it says a tailwind of 3 knots. So if I switch to runway 23, yeah, that's the other one. 23 not used. Arrival. Maybe 23 isn't used in real life, or is it just because well, Navigraph charts say it's not used? So we'll stick with 05. Okay, cancel that. Arrivals, let's select an arrival. We have Mavto. Do we need an arrival? Drina, do we have a Drina arrival? No. Forget about the arrivals. After Drina, we'll just go to the approach. Now what are my options for the approach? We have runway 05 orientated this way. We'll be coming in from here, Drina. There's a holding point also. RNAV Zulu, RNAV Whiskey, and VOR approach. Let's have a look at RNAV Yankee. That's an area RNP AR. So we could do that. Yankee's fine, and 3-degree glide slope. How about RNAV X-ray? Is it the same MDA, same glide slope but slightly different? What's the difference? Okay, this has VNAV, LNAV only options. Okay, and the missed approach altitude is 3,800 feet for the X-ray. It's 3,800 for the Whiskey. 3,800, same thing, almost the same thing. What's the difference? Same MDA and same RNP. And what about Zulu? This is a non-air, so it's a bit more loose, this approach. It doesn't require that much. I don't think it requires a very precise RNP. But since we're in the Phoenix, we could do, I'll just do Yankee. So after Drina, directive add to route. Do we have a transition? Transition final. Okay, I think it's the transitions that matter. Transition. No, even Yankee only has final. X-ray has Ogogu. Peg 2. RNAV Zulu Peg 2. That would be nice, but I don't want to use RNAV Zulu. What about Sadni? That's from the other side. Ogdu. This only has final. Let's do X-ray. Let's do Ogugu, not Ogdu. Ogugu. Right. So add to the route. After Drina, we'll go to Ogugu. We're not going over the airport. We're not going to Adelaide VOR. So, right. Let's do something. I think we should do heading select. And flight plan. I selected which one? I selected RNAV X-ray for runway 05. Adelaide arrival, RNAV X-ray. We have ILS for 23, not RNAV X-ray 05. Ogogu. Come on. No star. No star via Ogogu. That's fine. So that Drina and Drina. From Drina direct to Ogogu. Drina. Next waypoint is Ogogu. How do you spell it? You spell it like Ogogu. O-G-U-G-U. So that's Ogogu. It's a temporary flight plan. Bortom after top of descent. Drina and then Ogogu. So at Drina will be at 15,500 feet and at Ogogu 3,160 feet. Okay. Let's have a look at this arrival. Wow, cloud cover. What's the temperature? Bring the minus 12. We need some engine anti-ice. 1, 2. And we're on cruise, so we can put this on auto. Coming up to top of, and yeah, this goes back to nav. So let's do some briefing before we just reach the top of descent. So at Ogogu, yeah, we're supposed to be at 1500 feet mandatory for the final approach fix. And we'll do it in app nav mode. DA is 360 feet, and the 360 feet go around is 3,800 feet. DA go around. Approach course says 042. Transition flight level, okay. Required RNP is 0.30. RNP is 0.30. That should be fine now. So let's just zoom out. Back to the plane. Set the altitude to, let's go down to 12,000 feet and then to 1,500 feet. Once we reach the top of descent, which is a bit further away. Let me have a look at my checklist for the descent preparation. Flight plan A done. RadNav. Let's have a look at the RadNav. What do we need to tune anything? I don't know. Progress. Once we're in the approach, I think we'll do 0.30. Perf. Descent speed target. Cruise is this. Sorry, this one. Manage cruise. Just manage 258 knots till 12,000 feet. It's fine. Go around. engine out, acceleration. So it's 3,800 feet. I think this is the height. So Adelaide is at an altitude elevation of 20 feet. So right, destination data. Let's go back to the approach phase. Let's copy the destination data. Arrival. QNH is 1009 hectopascals. Temperature, arrival runway temperature 23. Overcast. There's rain. 146 knots. Okay. Right. Let's enter that. 146. Arrival runway wind 140 degrees, 6 knots. So let's go down. 1009. We'll use what we got from the tablet. .06. Barrow 360. Set. Engine out. Should be like 3,820 feet. Go around 3,820 feet. Acceleration 3,820 feet. Shouldn't I need to write that down? 1,500 feet is fine. 1,520 is fine. Yeah, 1,520 is fine. After that, yeah, this is fine. Normal go around procedure, right? Manage descent. Okay, distance. Right. Flight plan. Okay, right. Destination data entered. Approach altitude, which is secondary flight plan. Copy the active. And we'll add runway 23 Yankee in case we have to change directions. No star, no wire, just return. Why didn't I select it? Yankee. So yeah, LS. No, fine. Why can't I just select this? Fine with that. I need to make it active. It's there. So back to the actual flight plan. Fixed rings. I forgot the fixed rings. Extended runway center line and fixed rings. So we still have some time till the top of descent. Flight plan, fix info, YPAD, Yankee Papa Alpha Delta, 05 4 nautical miles. Now the course is what? For runway 05 it's 042, and the reciprocal is 222, 222. That will give me an extended runway center line on the ND. Next we need a ten nautical mile fixed ring, and that should be fine. Fixed done. Right, and ECAM cruise page, landing elevation, auto. Let's have a look at that. And messaging controls, arrival page, flight plan A, flight descent approach page, go around page. ECAM cruise page. Need some lighting here. Some lighting here. Where's the cruise page? Here's the cruise page. Landing elevation auto, that's fine. So we'll do an early descent now. And before we do that, one last thing. Need to check the landing performance. Runway 05, it's not bright. Let me make this brighter. ERB settings, brightness. Right. Apply METAR. Landing weight. Right now my landing weight is 63.2 tons, and I have fuel on board 5740, 5.7, 5.4, 0.3, 0.3, 62.9, 62.9. Enter that. Auto brake low, low, low. Manual land, flaps full, idle, reverse, max reverse. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So let's descend. Let's make a radio call. Adelaide traffic, QJet 1809, starting our descent from flight level 320 to flight level 120. We'll be coming in at runway 05 for approach Adelaide traffic. Let's go into manage descent, and we can do this. Strobe lights on. Engine ice is on, but by the time we reach there, the temperature would have risen and we won't need it, because the arrival temperature is 23, which is slightly on the warmest side or temperate side. Ecam, I need the Ecam to be bright. My PFD should be bright. PFD should be bright. ND, and that's the gain. That's the brightness of ND. That's fine. Descending, descending. Are we in ignition? No. And minus 11, SAT minus 35. Right. Fine. We won't be using the landing LS button landing scale. No. Auto brakes should be low. Minimum set. That's with approach. Arrival page completed, checked. Flight plan A page, perf descent page, perf approach page, perf go around page, radar page. EAP landing performance calculated, auto brakes as required, which is low. Anti-ice is on. And now we're descending. Landing lights will come on at 10,000 feet, but right now we're descending at 12,000 feet. Nose lights take off, terrain on ND as required. Let's do that. Do I have terrain on ND? I turn it off. Turn it back on. Right. Right. Back signs will come on at 10,000 feet. Constraints are already. Well, put them on. And we've reached 28,000 feet. By this point we'll be at 12,000 feet. We can descend a bit faster. Let's go down. Perf, descent. No. 280 knots. Let's see how that changes our descent point. It's not diving. We're already below the profile, so right. Right. It's targeting 280 knots, but maybe it's restricted by the SID. We have no SID. Point 77. There we go. Should be coming down really fast. $2,200 feet, and that's pitching up a bit, trimming up a bit. Look at this. Temperature +5, anti-ice can go off. Right. If it's raining, we should be doing a well. If it's snowing, then we have to do a positive landing. If it's raining, I guess we have to do a positive landing too. Landing in the soup. So I'm a bit tired. I've been up since before morning, before dawn. Right. I need to get up for a minute. I'll leave you with the outside view for a minute. And now let's descend down to 6,000 feet. 6,000 feet, and QNH is 1009. Let me check that. 1009. Refresh that. (108). It's changed. So 108. Come on, my mouse wheel is broken. Need to click it. Standard 8. Company message. I didn't check that when we departed. More drag, more drag. Here we go, more drag. Clear that. Let's see messages. No ADC required. Okay. (10,000 feet), so we'll also turn on the landing lights. And seatbelt signs are on. Speed brakes can come in. No, they can remain out. We're quite high. Actually, we're on profile, no? We're above the profile. Wow, we're above the profile. We're way above the profile. Way above the profile. Let me see what I've done in the MCDO. 258. Let's go down to coming back onto profile. On speed. Keeping the speed brakes out. Speed brakes out. Speed brakes out. Okay. Engine mode selector is required. It goes to ignition automatically, the V25 engines. And here we go. And now we'll go down further to 1500 feet. 1500 feet. Speed brakes off. Since it's a bit cloudy and overcast and dark, turn on the logo lights. We go to taxi. Almost on approach. App nav armed. Approach mode armed. Decel point coming up. Oh, come on, mouse wheel. Restriction. We better slow down fast. Right, I need to do progress page. It's 0.3, it's already there. I'll just enter it myself so it remains there after, even if I have to go around. Right. VLS, what is VLS? 132, VAP 137. What's the temperature? No anti-ice required. And here we go. Final lap. Slow down. Flaps 1. Going down to green dot speed. And I'm going to start my yes, hello. Thank you. Reset that. Speed brake sound, flaps 1. And flaps 2. Speed brakes off. Stood. Lever climb. Climb to tent. Right. Slowing down. A bit high, but laterally it's fine. Vertically is fine too now. Right, let me get my replay recorder. Oh, that's not a good replay recorder. Start recording now. Should have picked a better day for live streaming in South Australia. The weather's so bad. Let's go down to gear down. Flaps 3. And flaps 4. Correct QNH.
2,500.
This way. 2,500. Okay, we don't have the visual on the runway. Might have to go to secondary flight plan. Don't want to, but might have to. And clear to land runway 05. Adelaide traffic, QJet 1809. On final, runway 05, 6 mile final, runway 05, Adelaide traffic. Do the papers. Spoilers armed. No blue. Landing. I hope I can see the runway. G's landing rate, G's landing rate, G, where do I have the G's landing rate calculator? G's, come on, G's. There we go. Hide. Right, we can go to missed approach altitude 3,800. Right, I see something. 1,000. Fully configured. Should be able to see the runway soon. There's a crosswind and a tailwind right now. It's coming in fast. I think we'll be able to do it. The visibility is not that bad now. I hope I can see the approach lights. There it is, there it is. Fine, good. Runway in sight.
100 above.
Flight director's off. Give the bird.
Minimum.
Down, down, down. Come on, down. Come on, down, down, further down, further down, further down. Up, 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 up. Yes, we're up, we're up. We're up, we're down, we're down.
50, 40, 30, 5.
317 feet per minute. That's not good. Or break off. Let's take the entire runway length till I find a high-speed exit. Is that a high-speed exit? Yes. Is it? It is. Let's brake, 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 brake. Close this. Flaps up. Brake fans on. It's gonna go off. Come on. What's happened? Reverses or reverses? I haven't stored the reverses. Spoilers are disarmed. We can.
We have arrived at our destination. QantasLink would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, we pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. As always, smoking, vaping, and the use of e-cigarettes is not permitted whilst parking.
1, 2, 3.
Please take care when opening the overhead lockers as baggage may have moved and could fall out. Before leaving, please ensure you check your seat and seat pocket for any personal items. You can reach your phone. You can now turn on flight mode. On behalf of all of us here at QantasLink and One World, thank you for choosing to fly with us. If you're visiting, we hope you enjoy your stay. And of course, for those returning, welcome home.
Right. Adelaide traffic, QJet 1809 vacated, runway 05. Adelaide traffic. And now I need to have a look at GS6 where I can park. Suitable parking, select from the map. I'm here, I'll be going down to. So, here we go, come on, come on. Apron, Terminal 2. G apron, Terminal 1. What is this? 2A, Terminal 1, gate. Is that correct for me? like that. No. Let's do Oceania. Predictive wind shear off, weather radar off. APU start. I thought I'd start the APU. So if you liked my landing, if you enjoyed the flight, please do leave a like, and if you already haven't done so, do consider subscribing. And yeah, where is that spot? Parking spot. Show me the spot. It's over there. There. There we go. Slow down a bit. And return lights can come off. Strobe lights off. Oh, I haven't set the tower. TCAS off. TCAS should be off. I'll just put this here. Over here. Slow down. Stop here. Stop here. Put the parking brake on. TCAS should be off. And where is that spot again? It's that one. That one. We are at parking 24 left. Okay. Parking brake off. Slight thrust. What's happening over here? Is my throttle not moving? It's moving. So 25 left, and here we go. 25, 24 left. Slow down, brake fans off. Taxi lights off. Come. I didn't set the VDGS, but it seems to be working. Seems to be working. Is that a person over there? Is that, do I see an arm over there? Right, so there you go. Slightly towards the right, left, sorry. Slow down. That's it. Stop. A bit far. And I'll stop the replays, and then we'll play the replays if I can. So this was welcome to Adelaide, everybody. It took us 1 hour 26 minutes from gate to gate. And just before the replays, better turn off on the lights, because the replay software does not consider the lights or control the lights. Right, let's turn off GSX and let's just load my replay. Today is the 28th of February